Big Ed's Pizza. Very well known. A lot of the locals come here. Been around for a while. I've eaten there a couple times. Also, you have Oak Ridge High School, which they use this field right here. This is Blankenship Field. It's where the high school team plays. They love their sports in the South. Looks like we got a farmer's market going on. Super nice people. Beautiful day today, beautiful fall day. This hotel right here was open back in, they just restored it. It was open back during this time, and Albert Einstein actually stayed here. When we moved here, it was not opened. There was rumors that they were gonna open it up and refurbish it, and they did. The history behind it is pretty cool, because everybody knows who Albert Einstein is. Here, we're part of it also. You see these kind of littered throughout Oak Ridge. They rent them out. They've done a good job on these. Actually, they use these, I think, part of the hospital. Really cool. Just a neat place to be. Oak Ridge, they have one of the largest pools. This was built back during the war era too. They still use it. Obviously it's empty now. It's getting cold. Winter's coming. I've never been in there. My kids have. Big pool. They've actually even seen bears next to this place. That's out. Tennessee is basically all of Oak Ridge is surrounded by trees. But there's a look back then. That's pretty interesting. .2 million gallons. 58,630 foot swimming pool. Pretty big. They still use it to today. These are World War II guard towers. This was on its way to K-25, one of the facilities that built the bomb. And yeah, this is what you had to pass through. Those are the gun ports. The guards would sit in those rooms right there, and they had places they could shoot out of. And you pass through here, and they would check you coming in and going out. And yeah, that's pretty crazy. When I first seen them, I thought, holy shit, what are these what are they for? Am I in the wrong area? I thought it was pretty neat though. And K-25 is not, as far as I know, it's not used as a government facility anymore. It's more private. This is the visitor center. Tells you a little bit about it. K-25. It's an overlook. It was all spread out right there. Let's see if this is open. Yeah, it is. I think these are so cool, some of the memories. These are the houses in Oak Ridge. They were all flat top houses, and they've remodeled them over and over and over again. And the people did not want to get rid of them. Those buildings still exist. It tells the timeline here of how it all started, from pre-war, the Manhattan Project, the Cold War, what they went through, and then all the way up through the cleanup. And this is that mile-long building. It was U-shaped. They were going to try to save part of it, and I guess it was too radioactive, so they couldn't save it for a tourist area. But this is cemetery, open daylight hours, no trespassing after dark. This is a African American burial ground, cemetery. That people take care of. We'll go back over here to this. Wheat Community African Burial Ground, Roane County, Tennessee. This cemetery and memorial is dedicated to the memory of the Africans who were in American in bondage rather than by choice, and lived, worked, and died in bondage in the Wheat community. Actually, that's the first time I've read that, first time I've seen that. Wow. Interesting, our history. This is actually new. I haven't seen any of this stuff. Last time when I came out here before, it was still a wooden fence. This was a few years ago. Still a wooden fence, and you know, it's pretty fascinating. Yeah, you can go out there. It says John Henry and Elizabeth Inman Winkler owned and operated a plantation named Laurel Banks as early as 1810 and possibly 1805. This plantation was located along the bank of the Clinch River, where the East Tennessee Technology Park, formerly the K-25 plant, now stands. John Henry died in 1838 and Elizabeth died in 1840. In 1847, George Hamilton Gallagher Sr. bought Laurel Banks. According to the 1860 Roane County Census Bureau, Gallagher Sr.'s personal estate was valued at $36,000. This included $25,000 worth of real estate and at least 19 slaves. This cemetery, now named the Wheat Community African Burial Ground, was formerly known as Atomic Energy Commission Cemetery No. 2, Slave Cemetery, and was sometimes referred to as the Gallagher Stone Cemetery. In 1979, Dorothy Moneymaker, a resident of the Wheat Community, counted between 90 and 100 graves with no inscribed markers located within the cemetery. It is presumed that slaves who once belonged to the Wicklers and Gallaghers and some of their descendants are buried here. It is also possible that slaves in their descendants who lived on other farms in the area are buried here. Some of the other families that owned slaves and lived in the vicinity were the Brewhams, Carmichaels, Steeples, Henleys, Ellis, and Rathers. We will never know the names of the buried here. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Leaves are changing. Fall's coming. I love the fall, love the spring. Summers are okay. Winters are okay too. It's nice to have that change. See, you gotta have that change. If it was always the same, you would never appreciate it.